Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. A couple of exciting things to show you. I've bought two N-gauge layouts, so I'll show you the one I'm working on and the one I've got lined up for the future. They're two different eras and I've never done anything in N-gauge, so this will be a first. First one I'm going to show you I've called Mattford's Mainline Heritage Services Depot, and this is going to be a modern image layout with basically a Railtour company where you have steam trains coming in and out and diesel trains, and then on the main up and down line there's modern image stock, so we'll look to get some of the modern stuff like a 66, maybe a 60, some oil trains, a bit of freight, passenger units, lots to look at. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this is Mattford Mainline Heritage Services Depot. I got it as part of a deal for another layout I was buying. It was supposed to be the fiddle yard, but it looked too good. The track is so good that I wanted to. So you can see I've started ripping up the damaged track around there. Still got the down line to do, and I've started to pull up this. This was originally a depot. I'll show you it. It was this, but it's fallen apart and seen better days, but it gives me a good idea. What I want to do is make the depot bigger, so this would be 4 roads, and I want to put a pit in, keep some storage sidings out there. We obviously need a junction across the line so you can enter the depot from both ways, so we can get a loop in. And then we've got a couple more, so I'm hoping here there's 4 lines. I'm planning to keep the 4 lines but make the building across 4 lines. This wall's going to go because this will be the back scene. You will view from that side, and then up there I hope to store some carriages. I've got a few wagons in it. They're actually steam era wagons for another layout I own, but I couldn't find my black 5 to put in it. I don't know where it's gone. And then here I'm also hoping to store some more carriages and maybe 125, something like that. And obviously I need to put another junction in on the board where it goes around the corner, and the junction so you can have access from both lines into the depot at all times, so we can essentially loop the trains. And that's the plan for this one. Let me move that buffer stop out of the way. This loop here, so we can change trains or store them, reverse them, so on, break them up. So yeah, this is the current project. This is keeping me going after work. So after a heavy day at work, this is where I come to unwind. So there was like a scrap line that went to nowhere because there's no point here. I've taken that out. It doesn't need to be there. Don't want it. I want to make this area, possibly even put another siding in. So all those lamps, they're going. I want to keep them. Now I believe it was loosely based on Buxton. I don't know why this has no ballast on it, but that will change. There'll be more trees and things. There's going to be a back scene here, and then there'll be another board to have a fiddle yard, and then possibly we'll extend it out so there's like an office building here, and then on the end another loop with maybe a small station, but we'll see. So this is the first of 2 layouts. This is Matford Depot. As I said, project underway. So the upline's gone. That is no more. The rails had actually lifted clear of the sleepers, so it was time to get rid of them. These bits are okay, they can stay. So is that, so is that. I've taken out the scenery there. I'll scrape that clear and we'll start again. This is probably going to change. I'm going to take the wall out as well and make some form of back scene, so some sort of retaining wall up to some buildings, and then possibly extend it out so there's an office block here, and then the fiddle yard lines can hide round as they travel back. So main focus on this one is actually to get the depot shed in. I'm not sure whether I'm going to do 2 or 4 pits. I'll probably start with 2 and then to see where I am at, whether I want to put 2 more in. The external storage is there. The first 2 are going to be, because they're quite long sidings, they are going to be for carriages, and then closest to the line will be locomotives. I am going to leave this one that goes to the buffer stop is also going to be a carriage siding. However, I am thinking of probably spurring off a little siding here for the 08 shunter that runs the yard. Okay, so I've had to come outside the shed for the next one. The next thing I'd like to show you is much more my cup of tea. It's a steam era depot. This is actually what I bought, and I got it for a phenomenal price. And this is my other restoration project, but this is going to be much slower. It's much larger, and there's a lot more going on. Welcome to Rowsley Depot. So this is based on the real Rowsley Depot, though it's been sat in storage, so it needs some work. So we've already lifted the main line, because this one they run up on a hill and then it ran up round a corner over a bridge, and there was the river there. So in reality, I believe the lines ran this way and then curved round to the left. So you can see my plan with that. And I don't believe there were cliffs, so they'll be going, and I'll be changing the back scene using photos of the real thing. However, the depot's in pretty sound condition, so this end of the depot's alright. We've got to do some work on the telegraph wires, but that'll come in time. This will be staying. Got your points into the shed. I do have the roof for the shed, but as it's planned to be exhibition, we will be keeping that as is, so you can see in. Everything's kind of isolated in there, so we need to build a new control panel. We'll be doing that. Then you've got your loops and your sidings and the turntable. That needs a new handrail, but we can sort that out. I'm sure I can find one. It's going to have 2 new express line, up and down lines to be rebuilt. I do have the roof for that building, and I'm going to change the back, be a new back scene, then it will curve round to the back, following it round, and then again end board to bring it onto the track. So that's something. I do have to say this shed is phenomenal. You've got a small pit and then 2 long pits. I'm going to store carriages there. The advantage of this one is having a heritage depot for modern image. I can use Mark 1s here and there, so that saves a bit of money. Probably a couple of freight wagons I can get away with as well. Similarly, if I go for mainline stock that's in the modern day, that is in the LMS, and I can get away, because obviously Rowsley was on the LMS lines. So there's a lot of work to do, and I'm not working too hard on this one at the moment, because I'm working mainly on the modern image one. So this is Rowsley Depot. I just thought I'd show you around. Equally, I've got a sort of scratch built coal tower that I've got to repair that goes there, and I've got a signal box with lever frame which sits over here somewhere. So we'll try and find that out. I really like this, and I'm going to keep that. Not sure about the uncouplers, might change that. The cliffs are definitely going, and we're going to refurbish that. this bit's probably going to stay as is. The river's going to stay as is. And we'll change that around, build that into a back scene. That bit's going to stay as is. I've got the cottages to go there. They'll be fine. And then there's going to be one more board here that we've got, and that'll curve round into the fiddle yard. So hoping I can take this one out as well. Or maybe even both. One other person I want to introduce you to who's going to star on the channel, my new dog, Pixie. Pixie? Say hello. Pix? Pixie? Here she is. This is Pixie. She's my new shed dog. So she's eager to get on with the depots. So you will see her about in my videos going forward. Sorry, you'll have to excuse the light. So that gives you an idea of what's going on here at the hub in my shed. So I do hope you can follow as we build these layouts, hopefully up to exhibition standard, and get them out. So this is the first one, Mattford Heritage Depot, modern image layout, followed by Rowsley. So I will make some videos as and when I make some new content and do some updates. For now, obviously I'll be filming this one as I relay the main lines, start to build a depot in, and then hopefully rewire this, and then we'll build a control panel for it, and we'll go from there. So thanks everyone, and see you in the next one.